Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So today we are going to see what are the basics and intermediate commands of a Linux distro. So when you use a Linux machine, you are probably going to use a command line or a terminal. So to use a terminal, you need to know what are the commands that you are going to use through the terminal. So let me just fire up my terminal. Here, to know what is the present working directory that you are working right now, that you should use the command called pwd. Pwd stands for present working directory. So to list, first of all, to change to any directory, you need to list the directories or files that are present in your present working directory. So to list the files, you need a command. The command is ls. Ls it, when you use ls, it lists all the files that are present in the present working directory. So I created a directory or a file, as you can say. I created a directory to demonstrate what the basics and intermediate commands of the Linux machine. So let's cd into first of all, what is cd? Cd stands for change directory. If you want to change directory into desktop or downloads or pictures, any other directory that you want to change directory, you need a change directory command. So that is cd. Cd desktop. There are now you can see that I changed my directory into desktop. Now I am cding into downloads, and I change my directory into downloads. So let me just clean my screen. So now I change my directory into downloads. We have now we want to change now. So we changed into a directory. You need to create a separate directory or a file in this directory, in the downloads directory. So to change to here, you use mkdir, stands for make directory. Like, let's say test. You made a directory in download you made a test directory in downloads directory. So now let's list the files. Now you can see that there is a separate directory in downloads directory. Let's cd into test and list the files. There are no files in the test directory present right now. So there are no lists of files. Now you change the directory into two directories. Now you first change into test and then change it into first change it into downloads, then change it into test. Now you want to go back to downloads. So cd space two dots. Cd space two dots takes you to the one step back of the directories that you changed right now. Now let's see the list. Now you can see that the test file is even present now. So you need to directly go back to the home directory. You can just cd and enter. You will go back to the home directory. So now you want to remove a directory. uh, Now we created a directory named test in downloads. So we need to remove that using terminal. So you use rmdir to remove directory, space followed by the directory name, the file or file name, and enter. Now let's list. There is no file or any test folder that is the test folder is no more in this downloads directory. Let's say you now make directory test. Now cd into test and list the files. There are no files. So now to make a txt or zip file in your present working directory, you need a command called touch space, let's say again test.txt, and enter. Let's list the files. So here you can see test.txt is present now. So if you want to enter into test.txt but not using the graphical user interface but using the terminal, So you use a command or a tool named nano space test dot txt and enter. Now you entered into the text editor of the Linux distro or any a command line. So now I'm going to write like this video and exit. To save and exit, you need to press Ctrl plus X. Do you want and Y? Ctrl plus X and enter. Ctrl plus X and enter. Now let's see what are the what we wrote in test.txt. So to see a txt file, to see the contents in txt file, you need to use a command called cat. cat Cat is a cat followed by the txt file, enter. So we wrote that like this video in that txt file. So we can see that cat.txt is showing us the contents that are present in the video, that txt file. Next, if you want to delete the txt file or any other non directory things. So now if you want to remove, let's cd into downloads. So I listed the files. Now there is a test directory, there is a test.txt file in the test directory. So I want to remove the test directory. So I will use rmdir space followed by directory. Rm stands for remove, dir stands for directory. So remove directory followed by test. So if you hit enter, there is error that directory is not empty. So you can see that if the directory is not empty, the command line will not delete the files, delete the directory or file. So first we need to cd into test and remove the files that are present in it. So let's ls test.txt is present in the test file. So rm space test.txt. So if you want to delete a directory, or folder, you need to use remove directory or rmdir. Now if you want to delete only the files that are present in the folder, you can just use rm followed by the file that you want to delete. So I am going to test.txt. Now I hit enter. There are now I am let me just clear the screen. Now I am listing there are no files or folders or anything else that are present in this directory. So I am going to cd into downloads and I am going to list the files. So you can see the folder. So I am removing the directory followed by test and hit enter. So there are no errors. That means we finished the code, that we ran the code successfully. And I am going to list. So after listing the downloads directory, you can see that there are no test files or something like that. So now you want to copy a directory. So let me just clear the screen. Let's cd clear. So I already have some files in my tools directory. So I am going to ls. So here you can see I have a .py file, I have another directories and some apks too. So I want to copy this ai.py file to downloads. So how to do it? First you need to type cp space followed by the file that you want to copy space /home/ your machine name / the place you want to paste the file. so I want to place it in downloads. I'm hitting enter. So now I'm listing files. Here you can see that I copy there is still ai.py in this directory, so I'm going to cd into downloads, and I'm listing the files. Here also you can see that the ai.py is still present, that I copied the ai.py into downloads. So now I'm deleting this ai.py. Now I'm listing. There is no more ai.py in downloads. I'm seeding into tools. So I want to move this ai.py into let's say again downloads. I want to again move this now. Last time we copied it, but now I want to move this whole file. Like I want to cut this here and paste it in downloads. So I am going to use mv. cp stands for copy and mv stands for move. So I am going to move ai.py to /home /liketh /downloads. There is no error in this command. So let's ls in tools. Here you can see that we no more can see ai.py in this directory. So I am going to cding into downloads. I am going to list the files. Here you can see that I have ai.py present in the download section. So by using mv command you can now let's see how to locate a particular file. So now we are going to locate let's say rocku.txt. So to locate any file or directory you need a command called locate. Say rock.txt. So what is rocku.txt? Rocku.txt is a file that contains passwords. It is pre-installed in Kali Linux. Though you can just normally locate it using the rocku.txt. So I am hitting enter. Here you can see user share word list rocku.txt.gz. So I am going to cd into user share, and I am going to list the files. Here you can see that we have rocku.txt in a zip file. So now how to unzip a zip file using command line. So you should use the sudo before the command that if you want to unzip a zip file in a command line, you should use a sudo command. Sudo stands for super privileges in Kali Linux. Not only in Kali Linux, in any other Linux distro, sudo stands for the superior or root privileges in command line. So sudo gzip -d stands for directory, rocku.txt.gz, and hit enter. It will ask for sudo passwords. I gave my sudo passwords and hit enter. Now you can see that we finished with no errors. So I am going to ls the files. Here you can see that the rocku.txt is in .gz and in red color. Here you can see it is in white color and .txt file. I am going to cat the rocku.txt. Oh my god, there are lots and lots of passwords that are combinations of passwords in rocku.txt. You need some package downloaders, some package managers to download any of the file in Linux. So there are two package managers in Linux. One is dpkg and second one is apt. dpkg is old version and it is very slow. So the latest version is apt. So if you want to download, you can use sudo apt. So, okay, let's sudo apt dash get update. You can update you can update your machine using sudo apt dash get update, sudo apt dash get upgrade. So now you want to do both at the same time, so you can use sudo apt dash get update, apt dash get update space and upgrade. It updates and upgrades at the same time, or something deep. So now I'm going to tell about the low let's say scanning. Now I'm going to nmap localhost. So I'm unmapping my local host. You can see that all the ports are closed down. So I want to ping a website in the now in let's ping let's say google.com. So if, as you can see here, google.com is pinging with us. So the google.com is up right now. Let's ping with facebook. Facebook.com is also pinging with us right now. Let me clear the screen. Now you can use the host name to know your name in your host or network. Basically, it displays your host name and IP address. Just type host name. Host name it gives the output. Typing in hostname dash I gives you the IP address in your network. So just type host name to know the name of you in your local network. So I am Likith in my local network. Let me know my IP address now. Host name dash I. You can use the clear command to clear the terminal. It is filled up with so many commands. As you can see, I used it so many times in this lecture. Tab can be used to fill up in terminal. For example, you just need to cd doc. Now you want to now let's say you want to cd into documents. Now you typed cd doc and doc, and if I hit tab, you can see that without me typing it auto filled itself into documents. If I hit enter, I change to doc. I have lots of files in my documents. You can use Control C. It can be used to stop any command in terminal safely. If it don't stop, then hit Control Z or Z. Can be used to force stop it. So let's cd in. You can also use up arrow to go back to the previous commands that you use. So now here I typed here I use up arrow to cd, up arrow to clear. Here you can see that we typed host name dash I to know our IP address and host name to know our name. By this up arrow you can go back to the previous commands that you typed, and you can also use exit command to exit any file, and you can power off or reboot the computer by using the command sudo halt and sudo reboot. Sudo halt is used to stop the computer, or sudo reboot to reboot your computer. So I am hoping that you like this video. Please like, share and subscribe to